Every time you see a Nike shoe, you're looking at more than just a product. You're looking at a story of struggle, risk, determination, and one of the greatest business success stories ever told. Today, Nike is worth billions of dollars, sponsors the world's biggest athletes, and sells products in almost every corner of the planet. But did you know this global giant started with a young man, a dream, and a car trunk full of shoes? This is the incredible story of how Nike conquered the world. Before we continue, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss stories about the world's biggest brands. Let's begin. The man behind the dream. Our story begins in the United States. A young man named Phil Knight had just graduated from college. Like many young people, he wasn't sure what his future would look like, but he had an idea. Phil believed high-quality running shoes could be made outside Germany and sold at lower prices. At the time, German brands dominated the athletic shoe market. Most people thought competing against them was impossible. But Phil saw an opportunity where others saw obstacles. The beginning of Blue Ribbon Sports. In 1964, Phil Knight teamed up with his former track coach Bill Bowerman. Together, they launched a small company called Blue Ribbon Sports. The company wasn't famous. There were no big offices, no celebrity endorsements, no millions of dollars. Just two men with a vision. They imported running shoes and sold them directly to athletes. Phil often sold shoes from the trunk of his car after track meets. Imagine that. One of the biggest companies in the world started from a car trunk. The early struggles. Success did not come quickly. The company struggled financially. Money was tight. Competition was intense. There were moments when the future looked uncertain. Bills kept coming. Sales were unpredictable. Many people would have given up. But Phil Knight refused to quit. He believed the company could become something much bigger. The invention that changed everything. Bill Bowerman wasn't just a coach. He constantly searched for ways to improve athletic performance. One day, he experimented with a waffle iron at home. His goal was simple. Create a shoe sole with better grip for runners. That unusual experiment helped create one of Nike's most important innovations. The company was beginning to stand out. The birth of Nike. In 1971, the company made a major decision. Blue Ribbon Sports needed a new identity. A new name was chosen. Nike, named after the Greek goddess of victory. The company also needed a logo. A young design student created the famous swoosh logo. She was paid only a small amount for her work. At the time, nobody knew that simple logo would become one of the most recognizable symbols in history. Nike starts to rise. As more athletes wore Nike products, something interesting happened. People noticed. Runners performed well. Athletes trusted the brand. Word spread quickly. Sales began to increase. Nike was no longer a small company trying to survive. It was becoming a serious competitor. The power of athlete endorsements. Nike understood something important. People are inspired by champions. The company started partnering with athletes. These partnerships helped Nike gain trust and visibility. Soon, millions of fans wanted the same products worn by their sporting heroes. Nike's influence exploded. Global expansion. Nike wasn't satisfied with success in America. The company expanded across the globe. Europe, Asia, Africa, South America. Country after country, city after city. Nike stores appeared everywhere. The brand became a global symbol of sports. The Air Jordan revolution. One of Nike's biggest breakthroughs came through basketball. The company partnered with Michael Jordan. Together they created Air Jordan. The shoes became a worldwide phenomenon. What started as basketball footwear became a cultural movement. Millions wanted a pair. The partnership transformed Nike forever. Nike today. Today, Nike is one of the most valuable sports brands on earth. The company sells shoes, clothing, sports equipment, and advanced performance technology. Its products are used by professional athletes and everyday people alike. Nike operates across the globe and generates billions of dollars in revenue every year. What began as a dream has become a worldwide empire. Lessons from Nike. Nike's story teaches us something powerful. Great companies don't start great. They start small. They face problems. They make mistakes. They struggle, but they keep moving forward. Phil Knight didn't know his small business would become a global giant. He simply believed in his vision and refused to quit. From selling shoes out of a car trunk to becoming one of the most recognized brands in human history, Nike's journey proves that extraordinary success often begins with an ordinary idea. Your dream may look small today, but so did Nike. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe for more fascinating brand histories and business success stories. And remember, just because something starts small doesn't mean it has to stay small.